What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building. I got my fam off in this thing. A hood rich legend, man. I'm talking about my dog, the legend himself, Swamp Izzo. What's good with it, boss?
No, I'm not a legend. I'm still starting right there.
Nigga, you better stop it right now. Swamp, we ain't about to go here.
I'm just getting started.
Swamp, you been putting it down forever.
This is my first time seeing you. It's my first time. Now I knew you for a long time.
Yeah,
it's my first interview with you. So I'm just getting. I'm new to this.
I'm gonna let you slide with that, Swamp. I'm gonna let you slide with it. But when it comes to being a legendary record breaker in the A-Town, your name is up there with them boys now.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna allow you to not have that.
Thank you. Thank you.
New record though, man.
Yeah.
3 phones.
Yes.
Going crazy in these streets,
real
man.
Life, 3 cell phones.
He done came with 3 phones.
3 cell phones, real life.
Talk to me, man.
Man, just me and Future, I like to say rekindling our relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We getting back in the studio like we was in the beginning. Because I was just around one of those DJs in the beginning of when he was really starting to take it serious.
Yeah.
So we just getting back to that element in the studio, just working. And we just came up with a couple of records. I really, really liked this one.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go with this one. He gave me a bunch of big records, like records that probably would have outshattered my growth. So I wanted to start somewhere. I wanted to start with the streets.
Yeah.
So this was my first record I felt like I need to make my introduction as an artist, DJ / putting out records.
Talk to me about making that transition from stone cold, hardcore DJ to producer, artist, record breaker, and producer now.
I kind of, to be honest, I kind of was already doing it by mistake.
Okay.
Working with Thug,
yeah.
Working with Scooter, working with my guys, Petter Spanky,
yeah,
Scoob, all these guys. I've been already formulating songs for them. So I really was already doing it. So I just took that same idea back, did it the same thing with Future.
How do you feel going on your press run, going all over the place though now, Swamp, letting these folks know what time it is?
I'm excited because still to this day, a lot of people don't know too much about me. A lot of people don't know as much as you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Seeing my work and seeing me grind out here and seeing me hustle. So a lot of people really don't know. So just expressing and just telling people who I really am behind the scenes and that was me in them special events. And
exactly.
That was me. And they was like, oh yeah, I remember that drop, that Swamp Izzo drop. Yeah, that was me. So putting the face with the name.
What was it that got you into DJing to begin with though, man?
My brothers just sitting around emulating them, watching them, and then always Saturday Night Live, Apollo.
Yeah.
Just, really just Apollo sitting around with my cousins, Crystal and Christopher, just sitting around with the twins.
Yeah.
And we just excited. Just as kids.
Yeah.
Babies. Apollo was
everything.
So I didn't want to rap.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't rap. Yeah. I wanted to rap. I did try rapping. I just knew I wasn't good at it. I was one of those artists that was just, I know I'm not good at it. I can fake it, but I know it was good. But I always liked that guy back there that just did this with his hands.
Facts.
And the people would listen to him. I was like, nobody's intrigued. Nobody's excited about that guy.
Yeah.
Nobody in the room is paying no attention to that guy. And I just always went against the grain. I said, I want to do that.
Hooking up with the Hood Rich fam. How the hell did you and Scream link up, man?
Man, me and Scream linked up through Rip. I'm just always in the clubs on the west side, just doing Crucial and just doing Coca Locos and all these clubs and just running into Rip all the time. He was like, bro, you a definition of what we rep.
Exactly.
Our goal is to get rich. I think you need to really rock out with my brother Scream. And I was like, I'm always hearing him scream through D4L.
Yeah.
I'm always hearing him do these mixtapes. But I'm so in mind of, I'm coming take over.
Yeah.
I'm never even trying to give Scream the conversation because he's every conversation is Scream.
Yeah.
I want to do something like, where can I go? I want to do it. Nah, Scream is doing my mixtape. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Who is this guy? Scream. I need to get him out of the way. So me and Rip linked and me and Scream linked. And Scream we always joke about it. I was like, yo, I want to link. He's like, yo, come get this. I'm about to go on the road with Shorty Low.
Yeah.
The end of D4L. So I did the end of D4L tours.
Yeah.
And to Shorty Low. But when I was doing, he was like, yo, come get the instant replay box. He just was nice. I was like, so nice. Why you give me everything? So now we laugh about it. He was like, he really didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He was like the road was so hell. Then I went out there and I felt out like these guys, because I'm really just starting to meet them.
Yeah,
they're not the Laffy Taffy guy. They from Born Home.
Yeah, they some real niggas.
These are not what the people portray. Like I'm on the road with I'm risking my life every night on the road. These are the real deal guys with this Laffy Taffy song. Yeah. So I don't know how to explain that part for everybody around the world. I know y'all hear that record. That definitely it wasn't that.
What was it like being on the road with D4L and seeing real stuff going on though, Swamp?
Life changing, man. Every night, I can honestly say we risked our life out there on the road. It was just as much guys as probably was just as much guns.
Damn.
It was the real, when we used to stand on, when they was doing our shows, people thought it was a game. It was life or death. These guys, none of them was playing. Not one of them.
Yeah.
Not was playing. Not for real. Like, so we go into these shows and they would look at Fable and see him with his colors on it. But he ready to flip the script like this.
Cut up, yeah.
You know, I toured with Fable around the world. Fable, like these guys was, I don't know how to portray it, but I don't know how to say it, but that was interesting. That road life was definitely life changing. I experienced a lot with those guys. Salute to D4L, all of them.
Talk to me about being in Atlanta, man, and working through these different eras and breaking records, man. What was your first record that you felt like, you know what, I had to put the Swamp Izzo stamp on that thing?
Probably, not too much credit, but I think I was the first person to do the Maceo Hold It Down. Because they was in my, they was in my vicinity. So I was.
What up, though, Maceo?
Not saying I broke in Atlanta, but I definitely took it outside of 285.
Yeah.
Because I was DJing in all these other places, South Carolina and stuff. So I was putting people onto it. So breaking it that way. Not saying I was the first person to expose it to them. Exactly. But these guys was arm reach to me. I was around them every day.
Yeah.
They was in my crib. You know what I mean? Marco, all them, they was with me. You know what I mean?
As a DJ, man, what is the most enjoyable part of it for you, though, Swamp?
The money. Let's cut past the can I curse?
Say what you feel, Swamp.
Let's cut past the bullshit. The money. I wanted to keep my day job.
Yeah.
I was at AutoZone, but life changes and things happen. But I always wanted to DJ or be in the music. Yeah. DJing was my first love. Of course, you're trying something in life and it never works. So I was the type of person to give up. I gave up 8 billion times. To be sitting here today is,
my God.
I gave up 8 billion times. I'm the type of person who would give up. Like, soon as it don't work, if I came to you today and we couldn't do the interview, I'm giving up on the whole interview thing. I'm not doing it. I was just that type.
Yeah.
But then I got into a situation where I was homeless.
Ooh.
So just sleeping on the streets was...
I mean, break that down, though, Swamp. I mean, how does your dreams lead to you dreaming on that concrete?
Dreaming too big.
Ooh.
Wanting to do it doing too much. Like they used to say back in the day, man, you doing too much. I came to Atlanta with this goal, this dream, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I got some money. I'm moving to the city.
Yeah.
Came in with like $27,000 and end up behind Popeyes. Because I'm thinking the money, I got the plan together, low income housing.
Yeah.
Which is nothing. Apartments, $500, $600, $700 a month. Nothing. Yeah. Lowest $1,000. But I'm trying to go under $1,000. So I'm trying to move in Capital Homes. I'm trying to move in all those spots because I got the money. I just pace myself, get into the DJing. But I couldn't stay out of Walters.
Oh, Swamp. Was fresh as hell.
I was homeless, fresh. I couldn't stay out of Walters. I found out Walters.
Yeah.
I started finding these stores, Walters.
Yeah.
The cap, I'm going in there like, I know I ain't got no place to stay yet, but I really want these Wallabies, these sneaky, these Jordans. Exactly. And I just kept doing that, blowing the money. So I'm in a hotel, I got sneakers in the hotel. I'm just not even thinking. Yeah. Because I'm already thinking I'm gonna be there. Like, I'm like, God with me, I'm on positive vibe. I can DJ, I just need to find my spot.
Yeah.
And I end up with everything I had in that hotel in the car.
So now, Swamp, you was over here homeless trying to figure it out, man. What the hell was going through your mind during that time when you had lost it all?
Stupidness. I still didn't even think I lost it all. I still had let me go back a little bit. Growing up, young, the young Izzo, I wanted to be a preacher. So I always had a religious vibe about me.
That's right.
Even when the times get worse, going to jail, I'm the first person to pray.
Yeah.
I'm the person that would do a crime, go against what God believes, get in jail and pray. I'm the first person. As soon as I sit down in the cell, I'm praying.
My God.
So being homeless, I just felt like, shoot, God, I'm doing right.
Yeah.
I'm good. I still, in my mind, thought tomorrow was going to be not better. Like this.
Yeah.
And then it went on and kept going on. The day never changed. It kept just being homeless. It was no way out. So I ended up, I had the 79 Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
I had rims on everything because I'm coming from a street life to trying to transition. And I was laying on the back seat. It was so hot one day. I sweated so much that I figured out that the back seat could come loose. I never knew it. So I'm sweating. I was like, damn, I'm sweating. I'm hot. And the back seat came loose. It was like 80 cents. I went and played the lottery. I'm still thinking, I'm homeless.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking to myself that God, you know what I mean? I got this spiritual essence and my life is supposed to be what it is. So I played the lottery, like 430, played like 50 cents, played my favorite number, 1440, played it. Number comes out at 7. I'm like, I'm not worrying. I'm good. I just want to make it back to South Carolina. Just give me some money, just enough to make it South. That's all. Because I don't want to call and ask. My pride is in me. I never ask nobody. I never bummed. I just get the money. Whatever I can eat, I get it from wherever I can eat it from. But number came out, and I lost.
Shit.
Now that's when reality kicks in. So now 7 o'clock, it's getting dark.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I have nowhere to go but inside this car.
Yeah.
They tripping about where the car was at the gas station. It ran hot, so the radiator was busted. So I just took the car and just drove it behind the Popeyes.
Yeah.
And that's where I was sleeping at. Real life.
When you look back on that time, though, Swamp, how the hell did you turn that around, man? What was the catalyst that got you from behind that Popeyes to back to where you at now?
Just God, man. Because I don't recall, because I wasn't a person, I was more embarrassed than anything because I left Carolina with a brand and a name, so I couldn't call nobody. All my friends, cousins, they was super up financially. Family super up, moms. I couldn't call and say, I'm down because I'm already leaving as this person, so I couldn't call and couldn't ask nobody. So I'm out in the elements of where it felt comfortable at. It's nothing but homeless people walking around. It's like you being in the hood. It's like I was homeless with a bunch of homeless people, so it wasn't like it wasn't like I was in a bad, I'm just out here homeless by myself. More people walking around homeless. And I grew up with too much what not is enough. You know what I mean? My mom was a hustler, so I grew up in that when not having a lot. So I just knew how to just not be starving. I knew what starving was, and I wasn't starving.
When it comes to DJing, places like the Blue Flame, man, what was it like when you touched down in that club and you knew it was time for you to turn this city out?
Blue Flame was a mistake. God just put me in place. They called me. They wanted my bro Screen to do the Flame. I was doing Crucial. I had Crucial upside down on the west side. Yeah. The name was ringing. All right. So they was like, a guy named Marco Diamond, a big promoter, he's like, if he couldn't do it, who's next? Swamp Izzo. I don't think he ever really heard of me. So he just giving me a shot. Like, you just come in one night, we'll just see if we vibe with you. I went in the Flame. You know, I'm always DJing like it's my last night. Yeah. I went in there one night, not knowing what I'm doing. It was like, I don't know nothing about a strip club. I wasn't a strip club dude. I just went in there and just party. Just straight party in a strip club. The dancers hated it. Like, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's killing the club. Because they didn't understand what I was doing, and I didn't understand what they was doing. Yeah. But to the owner and the promoter, it's the future. Yeah. It was like, wait, we've been doing strip clubs like this for years. if this guy comes in and does that, that might keep us open for another 10, 20 years because that's something different. So.
Talk about them legendary nights at the Blue Flame, man. Breaking those records, watching them girls go crazy, man. And then just the folks that came through there.
I never looked at the girls.
So you in there with your eyes rolling in the back of your head like Stevie Wonder?
I'm never going to say that on camera. I did not look at the women on camera. I don't look at the women. No, I'm just joking, man.
Break it down.
The most sexiest, beautiful women in the world is at the Flame.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Come on.
They are at the Flame. I don't care where you dance at, what club. They are the best of the best is at the Blue Flame.
That's right.
Hands down. Cherry picked.
Come on.
Florida orange picked. Georgia peach picked. The best of the best is at the Blue Flame, hands down. And they make my job easier because they turn me up. Yeah. They vibe so hard. I have a great rapport with the dancers now, so we vibe together. They turn up. I turn up even harder. What
was one of those nights in the Flame that you'll never forget, though, Swamp?
I always say David Chappelle. David Chappelle came in the club, and for some reason he came to the DJ booth and cracked jokes the whole night.
Hell no!
So I'm in the club crying. I tell everybody this because I'm crying because he's whispering jokes in my ear. He's standing behind me, and I'm DJing like, yo, next person on the stage. He's like, yo, she looks like she has a broken toenail, some crazy. He's cracking jokes in my ear the whole. I'm crying. I can't even DJ. Literally, I can't even DJ. It was one of the funniest nights ever.
What was one of the most ballerific nights you seen in that thing? Small?
My birthday, man. Trap Fest 2000. I want to say 2000. I don't remember what year I did that. 2014. 2014, I did Trap Fest. I came up with this little concept, just bring all the trappers out on my birthday. So I brought out Scooter, Future, Ludacris, oh my God, Thug, everybody. Yeah. Just one night. And that was the first night the owner had to see the power. So he had to make it bigger. Because the club was a small club, so he had to build onto the club. So he'd been there for 30 years. And I did this, and he was like, oh yeah, it's time.
My God.
Because they only charge, since I've been there, when I started there, they only charging $20, $30 to get in. When I started DJing, it cost $100 to get in. Still to this day, it's $100 to get in. It's $100 to park. They never, you know what I mean? They got a parking lot in the back.
Exactly.
When I got there, it was just a friend.
Yeah.
I made it.
What is that like, though, man, DJing at a legendary place like the Flame and really embedding yourself into Atlanta culture and helping to move it forward at the same time, too? Because, see, not only when you going to work are you helping the dancers make money or you showing the patrons a good time, you're also moving the city of Atlanta's hip-hop culture forward at the same time. So what has that experience been like for you?
Every day I go in there, it's not even a plan. I just be grateful for every opportunity every night at the Flame because I'm just going in there just doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And by default, great things are occurring. Great things are happening. Artists come in with a dream and a goal. Some of them great, some of them not. Some of them talk to me outside the club with some great dreams, great goals, and I just take it into the Flame and change their life, not even knowing. It's just something I just like to do, always wanted to do.
Speak on that, though, man. What artist came to you with a dream and a goal that turned out to blow all the way up? And how did that affect you mentally when you saw where you were able to help them go from 0 to 100 real quick?
Of course, Thug. Of course, Young Thug. Scooter. Yeah. I never forget. I seen Young Jock. I went to Greenbrier Mall. I'll never forget it because two things happened. I seen Young Jock. He was out there. He gave me a CD. I still got it. And they stole my car the same day. So that's why both days, I remember these days. They stole my car the same day. Young Jock gave me the CD. And I was so mad because I got this CD and I don't got my car. And I'm like, why I got this stupid CD? But I never threw the CD away and it was going down.
My Young God. Jock. Okay. Young Thug, man.
Thug.
I know you've been a champion for Young Thug since the beginning, man. So, I mean, what was that like seeing a Young Thug come into the game and help him get to where he was going?
He was who he is today. Back then, I just was excited to meet him. And I was excited to tell somebody else about him because I just knew he was so special.
Yeah.
He was who he is today. Back then, I think he relaxing now.
Yeah.
Because back then, it was saying stuff that I never even could imagine a rapper would say. So just working with him, you got to think. The first mixtape I ever did for him, they just gave me songs. And it was like, they had just trusted in me, like, yo, just do what you want to do. Put it in whatever order you feel. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, man. We got to do it. Because every mixtape I want to do, I want to have a connection with the artist. So I always used to just go in the studio with the artist and tell them, just talk to me. Just like we doing, just talk. Give me some shout out. Just say something. And he just, everything he did was so special. It was so unbelievable that I knew he was going to be.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be humongous. He was saying flows, intros, slow, like little things he was saying, dude, was just like he was from this earth before. Shout out to Young Thug. His first ever mixtape, I take pride into the third, but the first ever mixtape was my biggest because he didn't want to rap.
Yeah. He
was still in the streets heavy. I'm meeting this dude, like if you look at all the videos and trailers and all, I'm right there. He just took a liking to me.
Yeah.
He just took a liking to me and he's just like, yo, I just want to rock with you. And he just started riding around the city and just telling me what was gonna be today. He was telling me that back then.
So take me there though, Swamp, because I mean, he ain't the only person that told you what it was gonna be and it didn't work out for them. It worked out for Thug. What was the difference between Thug and the other artists that had goals and dreams that allowed him to achieve his goals and other folks fall short?
Good question. I think it's just God just put him there. I don't want to say that like God didn't pick him over anybody else. I don't want to say that. Let me not say that. I think Thug never stopped. And I don't want to say that because I don't want to say the next artist stopped.
But no, I've heard that before though, that it is the difference between some folks quit. That's just the bottom damn line. Some niggas quit and they don't get there.
I can't say that because I just think he's just that special.
I agree with that too.
I just think he's just that special because I knew somebody who was rapping before him that I met and still rapping today is now and has been that successful. Yeah. I think it's just something that I always just seen in him was just special. He used to say things that was just unheard of. And I used to rap. So I'm coming from both angles. I'm a rapper and a DJ. Yeah. So you have to impress me twice.
Come on now.
So he was saying things that lyrically surprised me. And he could do beats, harmonize, melody, make a lot of, like, he could do stuff on tracks. I'm like, wow.
When you linked up with Rich Gang, man, what was that experience like? Because, see, you were already Hood Rich official in this thing. Yeah. When you added the Rich Gang to it, everybody in the city understood that Swamp had to go to another level again. What the hell was going on with that?
I was bubbling. I want to go back to Rich Gang because I was bubbling. Remember me? I was the guy. I was Boys in the Hood's DJ.
Yeah, facts.
Official DJ.
Come on.
I was Gorilla Zoe official DJ.
Come on.
I was Crime Mob's DJ.
Come on.
I was with Gucci. I was running around with Scooter. I was already DJing Shorty Low, D4L.
That's right.
I was already DJing around the masses to build a brand. The Rich Gang just only made sense. I was working with Quan in the beginning. Rest in peace, Teezy.
Yeah.
I did his first ever mixtape. Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Teezy.
Yeah.
I was talking to him. He got killed at a club when I was supposed to meet him.
Damn.
I got it. I don't want to tell Rich Homie Quan's story. He still haven't said it, but I was there in the beginning.
Yeah.
Thug, I was there. When they did that Rich Gang thing, it just only made sense.
I'm with you, Swamp.
It just only made sense for me to just glue it together. It was already glued together, but I just put the rap on it.
Yeah.
And then we get lifestyle, and then it's so big, and then when I'm
see, that's what I'm talking about. When you getting records like Lifestyle and you seeing Thug and Quan going crazy at that time, and you realize that not only are they moving the culture forward, but they leading it now. So it's like, okay, You go from being a part to being a leader in this thing. What was that experience like, looking left to right, thinking, okay, Thug, I remember when you ain't had nothing, Rich Homie, I remember when you ain't had nothing, and now y'all are dominating this music industry, and I'm in this thing doing what I do.
I just look at it as, that's what I go back to saying when I was homeless. I always said, God just be, I already, in my mind, supposed to be here. Yeah. So every moment that I do in life, even being here with you today, it just always felt like I was supposed to be here.
Facts.
No crazy talk. I just always, in my mind, if you met anybody who went to school with me in middle school, high school, I was already swamped. Back then, I was well known back then in school, probably on the negative stuff. Yeah. But
raise hell.
I was well known. Like I was well known. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I just always seen myself differently. I was raised in a different house. My brother's from New York. Everybody. I'm raised in a different home.
That's right.
My oldest brother talk to me as a little, like, oh, you gonna be this. Ooh, yeah. So he pushed that upon me. So I'm going into the world the way he said I was supposed to be in the world.
Come on now. Being able to be around folks like Baby, were you able to pick his brain and get game from him?
Billionaire. If you ever been in a room with a billionaire, it's life-changing.
Talk to me.
The air is different. I tell everybody the air is different. Once Birdman and Slim walks in the room, the air is purified. They purify the air. If you ever been in a room with billionaires, the air is purified.
My God.
Man, double salute to Birdman. Gave me an opportunity of a life. I've been rocking with him for 6 years. I talked to Birdman for 6 years straight, probably once a week, twice a week. No cap. I always communicate with him. He always communicated with me. I'm out of town. If I'm in Miami, LA, whatever, I just pull up on him. And he always said, it's going to be your time. Mm-hmm. Just be patient.
Yeah.
So today we're here at something he was already mentally having a plan for me. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what it was. I just kept working. Yeah. Keeping the brand going. Mm-hmm. And now we're here, man.
What is it like waiting your time though, Swamp? Because everybody can't do that, okay? You know, it's so many folks that are just go ahead and shoot themselves in the foot and be like, you know what, I'm gonna lose my mind today because it ain't happening now.
I wasn't in a position where I needed to rush.
Okay.
I'm already on radio stations. I'm DJing. I'm already in the flame. I'm doing parties and shows. And I got a relationship with them.
Facts.
So most people become impatient because maybe they don't have that connection with somebody who can help them, or maybe they're not doing anything else besides nothing but their dream. I know a lot of people only do the dream.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna rap.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna cook. I'm only gonna host. I'm only gonna do this. I was doing that, and I'm doing parties, and I'm doing other things too to bring different type of income. So I can be patient.
Yeah.
I can be patient. Now, if I was sitting home doing nothing, then I'd probably be impatient. And he always extending his hand. Mm-hmm. The pandemic hit, he was the first person to call me.
Come on now.
My daughter, he was the first. Yo, whatever you need. No, I'm good, Stunner. No. Listen to me. Whatever you need, I got you. Come on. My daughter, he personally called me. Like, no paperwork. Like, do you need? I got whatever you need. No paperwork. Whatever you need, I got you. When he talked to me, that's what he's saying. Well, you good? You need anything? You straight? Like, not on no rap. We always had that relationship.
What does that do for you when Stunner calls and he shows that kind of love, man, to make sure that his folks is all good, man?
Man, growing up, watching them guys put that work in, listening to the stigmata and everything everybody else had to say.
Come on now.
All the stuff they had to say, and then I just sit back, and even when I go to barbershops, anything, they always have something to say, and I just look at it and be like, man, you don't even know who's in the room.
Come on.
When you talk about people, you never know who's sitting in the room. When
exactly.
You talk about people. So I know what he's doing for me, and the world sees.
Yeah.
Now, but they still, you know what I mean? Back then they didn't, because he don't voice his opinion. He don't have no feelings on the internet. He don't do none of that. So if somebody has something to say, he just let it say. He let it be, not just let it say. He just let it ride. Somebody can say the worst thing to him about him on the internet, and he just let it ride. I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
I just sit back and be like, oh, well.
Out of all of your time being around all of these major figures and stuff like that, Swamp, what is the best advice that you received during out this time that you can share with another DJ that's coming into the game, man?
Man, never stop doing what you're doing. Because a lot of people get confused when say I'm signed to Cash Money, Republic Universal. I'm signed to this label. That means most people would stop doing the flame in the radio and podcasts.
Come on.
Because they caught up in the hype.
Come on.
But that's not what they want from me. They want me to still be Swamp Izzo.
Come on.
That's how I got to them, being Swamp Izzo. So that's the mistake a lot of people make. So I noticed a lot of rappers get signed and then they go you still got to go do what you was doing to get to this point.
Exactly.
Keep that, be continuous with that.
Yeah.
That's the key to it. So I would tell anybody, if you're in a situation, I don't care if you're working for Coca-Cola or whatever, do what you was doing for Coca-Cola to come sign you, or any company.
Exactly.
Not plugging them. No plug Coca-Cola. Not doing that.
But I'm with you.
No, but don't stop. Don't stop to be high TV.
Exactly.
No matter who come.
I can't do that, Swamp. I can't do that. So now, Swamp, DJing for Gucci though. What was that like being on the road with Gucci Mane?
Gucci, man. Gucci is a whole nother animal. Gucci, what did I say about Gucci? I love Gucci to death, man. Gucci's the only person that I ever DJ'd for that I would say, this is the show we're gonna do, and when he get on stage, he's throwing a different. He grabs the mic. He's a total different guy. He's super businessman.
Yeah.
When you talking to him one on one, what you see out to the world is not Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
He's intelligent is crazy.
Yeah.
Talks to you like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do these 2 songs, Swamp. When he touch on that stage, he grabbed a mic. He's a different animal. So he wanted to do 30 songs, and I'd be like, oh, I don't even.
I ain't got nothing
ready. Yeah. So I always go through that with Goo-Wop. Shout out to Goo-Wop, man.
What was your most memorable night DJing on the road though, Swamp?
Probably was Iraq, Afghanistan. DJing from where I came from.
Talk to me.
I don't know I know a lot of people use the word homeless.
Yeah.
But homeless to me is nowhere to go. So I'm not from Georgia, so I don't have nobody to turn to. If it goes all bad for me, I have, at this point in time, I grew enough relationships.
Yeah.
But at that time, I didn't know nobody. I couldn't turn nobody. Cousin, aunt, niece, nephew, I can't turn nobody. Homeless is, you're there, that's where you're gonna be.
Yeah.
You have to go to your nearest state where you from. So that's homeless. To being on the stage DJing in Afghanistan. That's
being able to travel with DJing and stuff like that, man. Did you feel like DJing would take you around the world?
in my mind, yes.
And what is it like when that fantasy and that dream becomes a reality, man? Because, you know, so many people have these goals and these dreams. And like you say, folks thinking that they dreaming too big sometimes. But when that fantasy starts to touch that reality, man, what is that experience like?
That's probably the worst thing I ever experienced in life.
What
is living a dream? That's probably the worst feeling I ever, because I had this dream for 20 years that I'm going to do this big stage, 50, 60,000 people, and then I did it like 50 times. So if you ever dreamed of something that sounds outrageous and then you get to do it, it's kind of like, you can go and jump off a building.
I did what I set out to do.
I did what I set out to do in my mind. So then now
I'm with you, Swamp.
Like I tell everybody, keep dreaming, because I had to go back to sleep.
Damn.
I had to go try to find another dream.
So what was that new dream after you hit them 50,000 audience crowds and stuff like that? Where did you have to fix your mind to go?
Now I want to try to be the biggest DJ in the world.
Yes, sir.
That's where I'm at with my dream. The biggest. Not here.
Mm-hmm.
Not here. Not even here. I'm talking about the biggest.
My God. What is it?
I know I can't probably top that in my dream. If I do that, I'm jumping off. Quote me. If I do that, I'm jumping off a building. Oh, man. But that's just where I'm going. Mentally, like, I'm just trying to.
What all do you got to do to be the biggest in your mind?
Branding.
Uh-huh.
Marketing.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Really marketing, really structuring the brand to make it a household name.
Moving now as an independent artist / producer / DJ with the music, man. What has this new grind been like for you pushing your record?
Difficult, because now it's like you on the other side of the mic.
Yeah. Ooh.
So I'm actually, I got some great relationships with a lot of great DJs. Shout out to all my DJs around the world.
Yes, sir.
But now I'm on the other side of the turntables. So I'm going from controlling the crowd to hopefully get my situation, my record played. And you know what I mean?
What is that like trying to explain to niggas, hey man, you know I done helped you, now help me.
It been great.
Okay.
It been great. Salute to everybody, especially in this city.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, see, you deserve everything you get in this city, though, Swamp.
In this city, not being from here, just growing here with these guys. This city right here showed me humongous love. So shout out to each and every DJ, personality, media in this city, because soon as I announced it to now, I have open invitation anywhere. Anywhere.
Well, see, the thing is, Swamp, everybody's seen your grind and seen what you've been doing. I recall, and see, I don't even know if you're going to remember this, but you remember it was a bar off of Camp Creek. MJ the Stuntman was having a party that day, and I was hosting and you was DJing. And I was talking to you, and I remember you saying vividly, B, it's a nigga named Young Thug, and he is next. Wow. This was before all of this, okay? I remember that day to this day because I remember you was the one who actually told me that in that club that day.
Wow.
So to see what all has transpired since that time, nigga, this was almost like 10 years ago that I'm talking about.
To be honest, man, I can't see myself. You only can see me. I can't see myself.
Yeah.
So everything that's happening, I'm living it, but I can't feel it because I'm.
But is it that you deal with post-traumatic stress to it? Because, you know, after you done been homeless and shit that got that damn real in your life, it's hard to accept the successes because you know what the possibilities of the bottom are. You know what the bottom look like.
My mom's raised us the best way possible, which is the rough way.
Okay.
So my mom's raised us from the best way she could, from just me and my oldest brother before my sisters, and I just remember us so-called struggling. So she got jobs in food restaurants, and just so she can bring the food home. Because if she just worried about a check, she couldn't just live off the check.
Exactly.
So she worked in food, restaurant cooking.
Come on.
So she can bring the food home.
That's right.
And the check. Because she couldn't afford to do both. So just thinking back, watching moms do it, I remember many nights. Many nights we bringing jugs of water from building to building.
Yeah.
Real life.
I know what you're talking about.
Heating the house up with the oven.
Come on.
No light
to burn the hell out your shit.
Yeah, no light sometimes. So when it get hard, that's why I say being homeless was not that bad, because we wasn't with moms. We wasn't homeless, but she prepared us for the worst case scenario by default.
But to never want to be back there though, Swamp. That's the thing. See, I call it post-traumatic stress to poverty. Things that I done seen to where I'm at now. I don't spend money, Swamp, because I'm too scared to spend money because I never want to go back there again. You understand what I'm saying?
I see. I just don't think. I don't think like that.
Okay.
I always think in my heart and soul, even if I go back to that, I can't even say that. Don't even put that out there. But I would never go back to that again.
Exactly.
Because my mind is, once again, I'm trying to be the biggest DJ in the world.
So you ain't even got time to even think about that. Come on now. I'm with you. I'm with you. I
only think like that. I'm with you. I only think like that. That's it. I don't think this way. So I don't even count it because I'm going to grind. I know I'm going to work harder.
Exactly.
I know I'm going to do everything in my power to do. Even when I caught COVID and was in the hospital for 5 days, that's the only time I felt like, oh, God put the brakes on me. Oh, he put the brakes on me.
What went through your mind when you caught COVID and you had to go to the hospital, though, Swamp?
I was embarrassed. Nobody. Because I just got tired. I remember the symptoms I have. It was different, but I could taste and everything. I just got real tired. Real tired. Like I'm at the club DJing, and at the club, I just fell asleep in the club. I'm like, man, let me just get up and go. So I went home, was tired, and woke up the next day and couldn't really move.
Shit.
So I'm fighting my way to the hospital. I get there, and of course they delay me, test me, and I'm not covert. It could be something else. I go back home and feel worse.
Shit.
Because I don't know why your mind plays like that, but when you get in the hospital, you feel better. If anybody ever been sick or anything, when you walk in the hospital, you feel better.
That's
it's
true.
like your body, your mind just says, okay, you're going to be okay.
You're going to be good.
So I left the hospital, and then I got home and laid down and just felt so bad. I drove myself back to the hospital. And then it was like, you just left, and I was like, I feel bad. And they was like, let me just check you. And they checked me, and they freaked out and just took me to the back. And one of my kidneys had. So
what?
I was going through something that I didn't even know, because they didn't even tell me. I was just in the back, I'm in the room. I felt better to myself mentally.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, finally, I get a room. Now I don't have to sit in, because I was already in there for 8 hours just sitting in a chair, waiting. Now I'm in a room, I felt better.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. They hooking me up. I'm like, ooh, feel better.
Yeah.
Feel better now when I can leave in a minute. They're like, no, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
This is going on. So I was like, oh, wow.
How the hell did you survive it?
Man, the first 2 days I cried.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't let nobody come. So I'm just in there, not knowing what's the outcome, because they not telling you exactly. You got to talk to another doctor. You got to talk to. But every time I'm getting tested, I'm getting tested for covert, but I'm not.
You ain't have it. Oh shit.
So this one time they was like, we got to do another test a different way. This takes 3 days.
Shit.
Or whatever. And then they like the last time it's like, you got covert.
Yeah.
Mr. Robinson, you got covert. This is going on with you. Your lungs. You got stuff on your lungs. They taking me through the whole rundown. Sound like a new mixtape coming out.
Oh, shit.
Like, you got this to this. You about to be the hottest. So I'm in there like, I'm in there texting the club, texting the owner at the Flame, like, be down for a minute.
Yeah.
They was like, yeah, just don't come back till you say
Exactly.
You got paperwork saying you good, because you don't want nobody else to get.
Exactly. So how was you physically feeling though, and mentally? Did you think that you could die, and then what was that doing to Swamp Izzo's mindset?
I got a little daughter, so I'm more concerned with what she think.
Yeah.
I already set everything up for her, so I'm already thinking to myself like 2 things, like, man, there's a lot more I want to do.
Yeah.
That I didn't even think I wanted to do.
Ooh.
I never even thought, because I'm still running, so I never took time to even think of what I want to do, because I always take care of so many people.
That's right.
So I never even thought about what I wanted to do with the money.
Yeah.
I'm just working. So in there I started thinking of things I wanted to do. I never really rode a motorcycle. So I brought 2 as soon as I got out of there. No cap. I got them in my garage. I still don't even ride them. But I was sitting in there, it was like,
yeah,
man, if I get out of here, God.
Exactly. I'm a
ride. Buy me a motorcycle. I'm going to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah. And
that's what I did. I brought 2 of them. And I just ride it for 2 seconds and get off it like I ain't even know motorcycle. It's just something I wanted to do. I know it sounds crazy, but at the end, I thought I was at the end of my road. Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted to do. I don't know why. I know I wanted to go travel. I traveled the world for years. Yeah. Around the world. So that wasn't one of the things. I couldn't think of nothing that I wanted to do, but.
What was it like traveling the world, Swamp, and what did that do to your mind as far as expanding it and dealing with different cultures and places and shit?
I did it before Instagram, so 2009, 2010, 2011. I did it before Instagram was really the thing. Yeah. So I couldn't show the world that I'm out here with Obama and stuff like that. I couldn't really, I guess, show out or brag about it. I couldn't really flex on it, because I was traveling the world and I was so many countries and so many different places, so much. Yeah. I wish they had Instagram. Yeah. I was gone week for years. This thing, Afghanistan, I don't know no DJs that did that. Yeah. I know 2, 3 of them, but I'm doing Afghanistan, Kuwait. I'm doing all these countries, Southeast Asia, all over. Shout out to DJ Thorough, he was with me. In New York, DJ Thorough, that's my guy. But unreal. Once again, from where we came from. Exactly. How do you get that far? I suppose just go there to being in the clubs. Yeah. But then, like I said, like the dream be so scary, because not only am I DJing in these big crowds all over the world doing that, I'm on V103 doing all their big arenas. The same amount of people. So it's like scary. Like my dream is like keep poking me.
What is it that you love the most about the game, though, Swamp?
I just love helping people, man. I love seeing that guy I love to see that growth.
Yeah.
I love to see young Scooter become who he is today. I love to see Future become who he is today.
Yeah.
Thug, K-Camp, Cash Out, Rich Kids, all these guys, I love to see them because they was around.
Yeah.
I love to see who they is. Like Gooch, even promoting these clubs and doing all that. I remember he'd tell you. He used to be on the road with us.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like just amazing. Like I was a part of that.
What is it like, and what do you think, as a person that's seen a lot of these artists from 0 to 100, what do you think an artist needs to have in order to be that mega star?
He got to have a dream. He got to know, he got to see where he's going personally, because that's the only thing missing. I think that's what all the other artists, they don't know where they're going. They want to know, but I don't think they really know, because you got to see where you're going. I believe. I seen my path I want to take in life. So I think Thug and these guys, Future, they already seen it in their eyes, lived on this earth before.
Yeah.
Just say like, I'm going to be this big and I got a path to take. Instead of just freeballing and just praying on a good song. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I think most people like going in the studio can't wait to create a great song to take them out of here.
Yeah.
So that's not a path.
Yeah.
It's a fashion and a lifestyle. That's music. That's a culture.
Yeah.
So it's not just the music, it's the fashion and whatever. Most people, you know what I mean? I think they got to have all that. So trendsetters, you see how Future and them doing it. They setting standards with the fashion. Their lifestyle is different and their music is.
How do you feel like the game has changed from the mixtape era to right now? And what do you think happened to the mixtape? Do you feel like it went digital with the playlist, or what the hell is going on with that culture?
I think Drake. I give Drake all the credit for that.
Yeah.
When he came, he kind of like formatted it without a DJ. If you remember, Drake dropped the first mixtape without a DJ.
Damn.
And called it a mixtape. Shout out to Drake. He changed it in a lot of ways for people. Because we was grinding hard. You had to come out with an umbrella. That's what DJs were with a big name. We was an umbrella. You come out, I got such and such hosting it.
Exactly.
But when a big artist comes out without that, I'm talking about a no-name artist.
Yeah.
Without that, and it's kind of like unreal. How's it a mixtape? That's what everybody does. But it's considered a mixtape.
That's right. The digital from the hard copy to where we at with it right now, how do you think that's impacted the game or changed anything, if helped it?
I'm just getting into the world of financially understanding that, but they saying that like the streams is way more money than the actual hard copy.
Okay.
I still, not being so calling myself old school or not, but I just always dreamed of when I put out my project, I want that actual plaque, that CD, that album. I want that tangible item.
Exactly.
I want that. But it's changed now, so and they're more hand to hand. I came up on an era like putting the CD in the window and all that, passing it out. But it's changed. Changed for the better, I guess. Yeah, changed for the better.
What would grown ass Swamp go back and tell young ass Swamp?
That's a good one. Nothing, man. I think every mistake I ever made young got me here. I think everything I did wrong got me here. I was stupid. I did stupid things, but I was always cautious.
What would you tell him to expedite the process, though? Do you feel like any of those stupid mistakes you made slowed you down, and that you could have you ain't need to have that one? Or with you knowing what you know now, say, hey, man, you don't need this because that's what the hell that's going to lead to, so just go ahead and take that one off and get that a little quicker.
I like to buy the cars. I like the cars. I know they depreciate so fast, so that's probably one thing. I don't know, man. Everything I did to this day, I was talking to my homie. Big Body and Hillfig, I was talking to him on the phone. We was having this conversation, and I was like, growing up, you remember you used to do this? Growing up, you remember you used to do that? And I used to be like, yeah, but I always did all these things to get to where I'm at today. Mm-hmm. So even when I was in the streets doing all the stupid things I was doing in life, I took that same energy and did it with the music. Mm-hmm. So how hard I was going for the streets, I went as hard with the music. How stupid I would go for the streets, I go just stupid for the music.
Facts.
I was willing to give it all up for the streets. I'm willing to give it all up for the music.
And on that note right there, Swamp, lastly, what do you got to tell your fans? Because you got a whole bunch of them. And then, how do they get the music, and how do they follow you?
Easy, man. All platforms, Swamp Izzo. Follow me at Swamp Izzo, SWAMPIZZO, Swamp Izzo. Tell everybody, man, keep dreaming, man. Keep dreaming. Love and peace. I'm promoting love and peace only, man. Yes, love and peace, no negativity. Keep dreaming. Take care of your family, man. Family first, man. A lot of artists get into it and get caught up into the material things, man. If you think, take care of my family first, I think it'll happen faster instead of being selfish. Take care of everything around you, and the people will push you up to be successful.
Nigga, you just snapped. Beehive Radio shouted. DJ Swamp Izzo.
Sure.
3 cell phones.
All 3 watered. All 3 watered.
Get down with the movement ASAP. We out of this thing. Go.